Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003. We are coming off of a triumphant race in Talladega. If you didn't watch that video, please make sure to go watch it. It is without a doubt our best race so far of our young career. But now we are here at California Speedway, which looks very different in this game than it does in real life currently. Of course, this track slated to have its final race on this configuration in 2023 before switching over to the short track variant. Across the line, P37 for lap 1, not too bad. While it hasn't been any difference in time for you guys, it's actually been a little bit since I've played this game. I recorded ahead, which I got very, very lucky for. I actually got sick last week, so I wasn't able to record anything. That's why there hasn't been any iRacing content. So hoping to get back to that this week as I'm starting to feel better. Still a little bit of a cough, but for the most part, pretty good now. Coming out of turn 4 here. Only have to let off of the throttle very, very little so far. Across the line, going to be a good improvement here.
We'll get up there.
Not too bad, P33.
MRN is in Fontana, California, home of the California Speedway for today's Napa Auto Parts 500. It's another great day for racing. We should see a lot of green flag racing in this one.
Yeah, and what makes these long green runs interesting is that although the cars are all relatively similar, they can have very different pit windows. That can play a very important role at the end of the race with determining who has to pit again and who can go the distance.
Shauna Robinson is not having the year he had hoped for so far.
And a good finish would go a long way in boosting that team's morale. I guarantee it would make a whole lot easier to come to these racetracks.
The Delphi car wants to get things started off on the right foot for his new sponsors.
I spoke to the crew chief on that car this morning about the new sponsorship deal, and he feels like it's going to be good for everyone involved. I look for this team to really start coming alive here very soon.
The 98 car comes into this race hoping to turn his success around at a speedway track.
Yeah, I have been surprised to see him run so poorly on these tracks. I can only imagine how he feels.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
It's nice to know that there's just no female pronouns in the game at all. Shauna Robinson. I wonder if Shauna Robinson, if you want to race with her, if she would just be a generic white man, or if they actually made her as a female model. Because, yeah, it was really funny hearing Shauna Robinson. He is not doing well. So it's just good to know. They didn't record any dialogue for non-male characters. I guess they just didn't expect anyone to race as a man, but it's also weird considering that there is a woman in the game. There wasn't any, but I digress. We are green. I'm not gonna nitpick and complain too much out of a game from 2002. Lost a little bit of ground there on the start, just not able to get up to speed. Heard somebody get loose as we make a little bit of contact with Robbie Gordon. Out of turn 4, got a good run here. Going to go to the inside of Elliott Sadler. He goes up a little high to Shauna Robinson, so we're able to get that draft of Bobby Hamilton. Off the throttle. Whoa, sorry, Bobby. Car seems to be a little tight right now. Weird formation of the guys up ahead, coming out of the corner there. As Craven looks to our inside, going to kind of chop him off a little bit heading into the corner. Good run here. Hope to get past 3 wide here. Tell you what, we have some pretty decent race pace so far. This is what we can do here Yeah, it's giving me a good feeling about some of the improvements we were making to our car and the upgrades. Able to build off our win at Talladega, maybe. Try to run a little higher in the corner there. That did not work, so I guess we'll go back to running the apron. Yeah, that seems much, much faster for us. The draftable Mikey here.
Attaboy, keep it smooth, just like that. Number 16, up high.
Way down to the inside here.
Way to get around him, buddy. All clear.
Just tap the brakes a little bit to make sure we didn't get into Rusty Wallace. Hurt our momentum there. Try to use his draft and Todd Bodine's draft here as we are alongside Biffle.
Still there. Keep digging. That's one more down. You're clear.
There we go, past Biffle. Now we can use Todd Bodine here. Try to get past him.
Number 26, up high.
So the good news is we got past Todd Bodine. However, the bad news is Elliott Sadler did get past us. And we are definitely having to let off the throttle more and more in the corner now. Not really making any ground on these guys in front of us. We're making up a little bit of ground though on Elliott Sadler. He got a little bit ahead of us for about a lap or so, but managed to get back to him. Todd Bodine, I don't know what happened to him. He fell off a cliff once we passed him.
Keep running that line. That lap was bad. The 21 car.
So we're on lap 8 now. This is only 25 laps. We're already at 12 gallons. And we've got both front tires worn.
You're clear.
So unlike last week at Talladega, we are going to need to change 4 tires, I think, during the pit stop. So make sure to do that. But even though there is some spread here, field not too spread out. A lot of these races so far, we've seen the first couple guys just really get out in front and kind of leave everyone in the dust. Not seeming to happen here. Still pretty steady throughout the field. Good gaps, but not too bad overall.
That one was quick.
So halfway on gas, we should get to about lap 16. Probably won't wait that long, just because we are going to lose a ton of time because these tires are definitely worn out. Well, starting to get there at least as, again, with the camera button.
Number 21.
We're slowly gaining on some of these guys. Some of them, like Mikey, seem to be driving away, but we're catching Jerry Nadeau. I keep wanting to say Joe Nemechek. But I guess we're just going to be riding here with Sadler till we get to the pit stop, maybe. Might get past Sadler here. Might just be swapping positions with him for a little bit. So we're kind of just consistently with him for now, which isn't too bad. His pace is pretty good.
Clear.
All right, I guess pit stops are starting now.
21 car.
I was just planning on riding, so we got, what, a half a lap between me saying that and people starting to pit us. Oh, sorry, Sadler.
Still there.
Drove it in way too high in the corner.
21 car is coming right. Okay, we're clear.
Depends how busy pit road is, but I might bring it down this time. I just don't want it to come down when it's too busy because the AI can slow us up there in the pits. Doesn't seem too busy right now. I think we might go ahead and come in now. Be one of the early takers as Sadler's going to get past us there.
Everything okay?
On the brakes.
You're clear.
Alright, so we want everything changed. Don't worry about the damage. Let's just a little looser just for when it's on the longer run. But for the most part, we're all set here. Alright, so slow but consistent at least.
That's right. Careful, buddy. Car outside.
There is the 25 car, so whoa! Car wanted to completely slide out from under us there. So pit road's starting to get busy here. So hopefully the undercut can gain us a couple spots. So there is Elliott Sadler there right in front of us. So at least for now, it seems like it doesn't make too much of a difference. And he did only pit one lap later.
Car outside.
I expected to lose a little bit of time because of the fact that
The 30 car.
we've got such a slow pit crew to start with.
Hold your line.
Overall, not too shabby there. Oops, sorry, Jeff.
Still there. Number 30. He's passing high.
More and more cars continue to pit.
Okay.
As I don't know if Mikey has pit yet, because he is awfully slow. As Jeff Green has a head of steam here coming down the back straightaway.
Still there. He's dropping back.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Mikey has pit yet because he's diving down to the inside. Looks like he's getting ready to pit here. As Ward Burton is off the pace. He has a blown engine.
Leaders are heading in.
So I got more cars in the pits.
All around.
Looks like we'll unlap ourselves here.
That was a quick one, buddy.
And yeah, for the most part, this just seemed to work out to where we were before.
45 car. Still low. Good.
So, you know, I'll take it. As long as we didn't lose any spots, I'm fine with that. So, not sure who the leader's going to be after this pit stop, but whoever it is, they just took the lead on the track as we try to block off Jeff Green here, who all of a sudden has come alive. Definitely looks like, though, this worked out for the better as guys like Steve Park are now closer to us. I mean, Elliott Sadler's right there. Oops, sorry, Jeff. Seriously, where did this pace from the 30 car come from? Gonna get any of these guys here as they exit the pits? Yes, one extra spot, so hey, I mean, it worked out, I guess. As you can see, there's this streak marks right there on the apron. I don't know if you could see up ahead, but the AI seem to have a lot of trouble coming out of the pits here at California. Not sure what that's about, but looks like that's Mikey up in front of us. We continue to try to hold off Jeff Green. We just might be able to steal a top 25 here if we can get up to Mikey. But that's going to require this car to start driving a little faster than it currently is. I mean, it's handling fine, but it just seems like we're slower in this second half of the race as Jeff Green's going to get past us, so maybe we can just use the draft from him and try to catch some of these guys, because unless something happens, I don't think we're getting a chance to restack them here, because I don't know if we're going to get a caution. Cautions have been really sparse so far this year. 5 laps remaining, and we have a train behind us, including the leader, who I believe is Dale Earnhardt Jr., who in real life at this race suffered a very nasty wreck as Kyle Petty goes around us. Even though we loosened up the car, I'll tell you what, this thing has gotten tight as the run has gone on, rather, and it is just not the same speed as it was before. It's now Jamie McMurray trying to get past us on the high side, and we have a 3-way battle for the lead happening right behind us. Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon, and Dale Jarrett.
Number 31.
I gotta try to block Jamie Mack here. Try to run Robbie Gordon down. Sorry, I know you guys are battling for a win, but we're battling for position here.
Still there.
The contact with Gordon there. Having to start using the brake now in the corner. Luckily, Jamie McMurray didn't get too good of a run there. Tried to chop off the nose there of Robbie Gordon. Seriously, I don't know where pace has gone in the second half of this race. Whoa! Robbie dove it in deep there and makes contact with us. I feel like the pace car here in the middle of the 2 lanes. This has allowed Kevin Harvick to get into the battle for the win. I'll let the leaders go once these guys let them go, but that doesn't seem to be happening. There goes Robbie Gordon past, unfortunately, as well as Jeff Gordon. He's able to sneak through. Not so fast, Jamie. Nice try. As Robbie lets his teammate go. Trying to use that to our advantage here. White flag. This is the last lap. This is the battle for 28th, 29th, and 30th. Sorry, Jarrett. Sliding up the track into the side of Robbie Gordon.
Number 31 is still there. Careful. The 27 car is going.
Oh, don't make it 3 wide, Jamie. Don't make it 3 wide. Why would you do that?
You're up another spot. All clear, buddy.
Out of turn 4. It looks like Jeff Gordon's going to win the race.
Number 27 is left.
No, Jamie. No, Jamie.
Clear all around.
We're going to hold him off and take 28th in California. Not too bad, but we had more pace in the first half. Just don't understand what happened.
A rare caution-free race.
Well, that's good news for all these race teams because that can mean one thing: no major wrecks.
The Delphi car doesn't look any different than when he started this race.
You know, these NASCAR Winston Cup race teams absolutely love drivers who take care of their cars. Makes their jobs a whole lot easier when they aren't having to spend extra hours in the body shop each week.
This has been NASCAR Winston Cup Racing, brought to you by EA Sports and MRN. So long, we'll see you next week at the Richmond International Raceway.
So, not really much to do before the next race. Just got to take a look at our car here. Currently in the middle of repairing something, so we'll stick with engine 1 here. And for chassis, we'll go with chassis number 1 since they're currently in the best condition. But that's kind of just where we're going to stay with that. Not really much to do because, again, we're in the middle of repairs. Currently 90K in the bank, so a little bit of work there to do. But overall, not too bad of a weekend, gotta say. So we'll see what happens as we head to Richmond. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. Sorry, my voice is still a little scratchy. I'm still recovering from being ill. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more NASCAR Thunder 2003 content. And I'll see you next time. Bye!